good evening and welcome to day 86. Now tonight I'm in Barrhead. This is Wednesday the 27th of August 2025. Now tonight I'm staying at the Premier Inn in Paisley, so I thought, why not drive a few miles to Barrhead? Now Barrhead is a place that I know reasonably well. Would come here as a young teenager, so I thought, why not drive here and try and jog some memories. See what I did there? No? Okay, let's carry on. I was just following a little path, and all along the way there's little notices, noises streaming down the river, children laughing. Yeah, that's quite nice. I'm not too sure how I remember Barrhead from being very young. I think my earliest memory was just travelling through it with my family, my dad driving us through. I think we'd always be heading to Irvine. So where we stayed in Pollock, this would probably be the natural road to Irvine. So I kind of got a bearing of where it was. And also, just before we get to Barrhead, there's St Conville Cemetery, and that's where my dad's family are all buried. So I think from knowing St Conville's and passing through in my dad's car, it kind of just stuck as one of the towns that was close to where we stayed. Far enough that you couldn't really reach it, but for a young boy of maybe 12, 13, 14, it was a good walk, a good adventure, and most times we kind of knew where the swimming pool was, and that's where we kind of headed to. How come I'm lost already? So it's 8:10, Wednesday, 27th of August, 2025, day 86. And this is part of Barrhead Heritage Trail. Borrock Parish Church was built in 1840. I'm just heading to the Barrhead swimming pool to give it its proper title, Barrhead Sports Centre. Now it was there as a young man. I ran swimming pool, jumped in the deep end, and was promptly pulled out by a lifeguard. So I then came to realise I was far too small for the deep end. Barrhead swimming pool, now renamed Barrhead Foundry. Jumping in the swimming pool to see how deep it was, then realising I wasn't going to make it out, then being dragged out by a very helpful lifeguard, and realising that was too small and that deep end was just too deep. This is also a place that me and my brother used to walk to, and we play snooker here for a couple of hours. All it costs a couple of pounds, and walk all the way back home again. But I think my funniest memory of Barrhead doesn't really concern Barrhead, but the story behind it. I'm sure it was 1985. It was myself, my brother, and my brother's friend. And the three of us somehow thought it would be a good idea to go to Saltcoats. So I think I may have been 17 at the time, probably wearing a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. And at that point, we really enjoyed playing snooker. So I think we went upstairs to a snooker hall, and I was at the time drinking a pint of orange juice with lemonade. That was the thing in the 80s. So yeah, that's what I would drink. A pint of orange juice and lemonade. So I think we hung about Saltcoats all day. And I'm not too sure of the circumstances, but it kind of played out like an Only Fools and Horses story, where I had money, but I think we maybe missed the last train back. My memory serves me correctly. Did we get a train there? Not too sure. So we were thinking, how do we get home? Where is home? We don't know where we are. So I remember asking taxis, will you take us home, as three young boys? And I'm sure I had maybe £25 left. And one of the taxi drivers says that, I'll take you home, but I'll drop you in Barrhead. We were like, yep, absolutely fine. So although we lived maybe 3-4 miles away, we knew how to get home from Barrhead. So they dropped us in Barrhead. Felt like it was maybe 10:30 at night. And I think we kind of ran home from there. No idea why we chose Saltcoats, but I think I'd maybe had £25 left. So that's one of my kind of fondest memories of Barrhead. I enjoyed going to the swimming pool here, but not enjoyed being pulled out by a lifeguard. And I suppose with St Conville Cemetery being quite close, it's a place that my family are quite attached to. And I think my earliest memory would be driving through Barrhead in my dad's car, and this is on the road to Irvine. Not too sure how old I'd be, maybe 6 or 7. I always felt Barrhead was far enough away that it wasn't in my area, but somewhere that I could walk to. Mostly we just head to the swimming pool and go back home again. So it's nice just being back. I tried recording on the DJI gimbal, but wasn't too sure how it was working. It's a little mix of my phone, DJI, me looking as always in the wrong place. I feel tonight's a Friday night, but it's only Wednesday. I'm saying it's only Wednesday. It's day 86. We are powering through to the end. 14 days to go. And tonight, I'm in Barrhead. I know we're in Barrhead, but I feel we're in Silverburn. And I suppose with the Barrhead dams being Barrhead, it was almost like being 12 and 13 and just expanding where I lived, getting to know a little bit further and further. So living in Pollock when I was younger, up to about 12 years old, then moving to Darnley, it was just, so what's further? If I was going running, again, run through Barrhead, run to Paisley, and almost kind of create a map in my head. This is where I stay, this is what's further along. Here's where the Barrhead Dams is. Yeah, it's nice to be back. There was a little fox here, so I've just kind of circled back to see if I could see it. But I think the fox is camera shy. So I've ran about just over 4k tonight in Barrhead. Hasn't been that really exciting. I don't really know much of Barrhead at all. I kind of know where the swimming pool is. But it's nice being back. And as I said earlier on, it kind of feels like a Friday night. The town centre feels busy. But day 86 is done. We're powering through to the end. Some videos are short, some are long, some I fall over, and some the audio is pretty bad. But thanks for watching. We continue tomorrow on day 87. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow.